Greetings, programs. Welcome to Astrotrain Day Part 1. So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Takara Legends release of Astrotrain. So, this is just the Titan's Return mold, but obviously made by Takara instead of Hasbro. It has a way better color scheme, much more accurate to the original show, and I absolutely adore this thing. Mad thanks to my buddy Jorge for helping me get this thing. But yeah, there's not a ton to go over in the train mode other than just how well molded it is. You know, just sculpted detail everywhere. This thing is stupidly long, and it's basically just a stick. But it's a really cool stick. It's got a couple little rollers on the bottom that sort of let it roll back and forth. They don't work the best. It doesn't matter. This thing looks really cool. Up here between these fins, you do have a little cockpit where you can have the little headmaster guy sit. Let me go ahead and grab him really quick. So he just kind of plops down in there. Close it up. There he is. He's driving the train apparently or something. And there's a couple different ports here and there you can use to attach his guns. He's got a slightly bigger gun that the head guy can also sit down in. And then it has a port right there, so you can attach the slightly smaller gun there. And it's got a peg on either side, so peg in whichever one you want, you know. Side pegs allow these guns to line up that way, or you can use the bottom pegs to keep them even that way. You know, there's a lot of ways you can plug these guns on this guy throughout his different modes. I'm not going to go over all of them, and in the next video, I'm really not going to go over all the different crap you can do with the guns. Spoiler alert, it's the Siege / Earthrise Astrotrain, but so yeah. Really quick, just going to pull the little head guy out of here. Take a look at him super fast. Just another one of the little Titan Master, Headmaster guys they did. Really, really well painted face on him. If I can get the camera to actually attempt to focus this close. It doesn't like doing that for some reason. But yeah, the actual painted face. Fold him over. Bigger, really well painted face as well for the robot mode. I do really like the shape of his head and everything. Just Astrotrain's got one of those really good head designs, and yeah, this does a great job of capturing it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing transformed into shuttle mode, which is pretty straightforward. First thing you're gonna want to do is on both sides there are gonna be these panels of train wheels that you'll flip up like so. Then you're going to unpeg the obvious shuttle wings from the sides, bring them up, and then they're on this very strange little hinge here, so you'll rotate it to the side, and then that tab will go into that slot right there. But before we do that, we're also going to unpeg the bottom parts of the train from what will very obviously be his arms later. And you're going to open this panel up and flip the nose around to reveal the shuttle nose. So, same thing over here. And then you'll just take everything here, give it a squeeze, and mash it together. And you'll take the arms, just kind of bring them down now to get them ready. And you're going to do a couple things here in this step. So you're going to bring this down and tab it in. Then you're going to take these little purple sections on the wings. And you want to make sure they fold down underneath this panel right here, so that everything lines up nice and flush. And then you'll flip the arms up and those slots will tab in right there. And just give everything a little bit of a squeeze, make sure it all pegged together and lined up. And there you have Astrotrain in his shuttle mode. And I gotta say, this is one of the really well executed shuttle modes that I've seen Astrotrain have. Yes, I only know of 4 figures that properly did all 3 modes, but I would argue this one probably does the best of hiding the kibble from the other modes. It's a shame that he's not, the normal shuttle and train modes that you're used to, but if he gets you cleaner transformations, I can't really complain about that. So, as you can see, the obvious bits of blue from the side of the train have become the cockpit. Nice big, Decepticon insignias. A little bit of visible train wheel right there, but it does kind of just work as, techno detailing. Headmaster guy can sit in exactly the same spot. And you can plug the guns in either right there or right here on the underside of the wings. If you're careful, you can get them in on that little side piece or right there. So, a lot of options for where you put the weapons. There are little landing skids that fold out. They are adorably pathetic since, they basically hold this thing a millimeter off the ground, but it's not dragging anymore. But, yeah, that's a little bit silly. I didn't have them pegged together on the bottom side, but yeah, overall, it is a pretty cool shuttle mode. You can adjust these fins how you want. That's going to be a running theme with this guy in all of his modes. But yeah, shuttle mode is pretty solid, and it's also really easy to get the shuttle mode to go into the robot mode. So, after I adjust my glasses here, first thing you're going to want to do, come here, unpeg the arms, and bring these wings back. I also like to just fold the tail fins flat at this point, get them out of the way, kind of once and for all, not have to worry about them. Pull this piece up, and then you're going to want to bring these panels down, and they will tab in to what is very obviously about to become his legs. Unpeg them from each other and just turn them forward. Pop these panels open again, and then just turn the shuttle cone sideways. Though, if you want, you can use the train, I don't know if it's a cockpit, but you can use the train nose as feet as well if you prefer. But for the instructions, and also for just a little bit easier time, yeah, use the shuttle nose. And this guy does snap together very securely, so he can be a little bit tricky. And then you're going to want to come in here, use that tab to pull out the fists, and those will come out and lock in place on these little panels right there. Once you've got all that done, go ahead, bring this, tab it right back in the way it was for shuttle mode. See if I can get him to stand here really quick. Then go ahead up here, pop in his little headmaster guy. Yeah, thankfully I don't have to remember another name for this guy, because this is the Takara release. So that's just Astrotrain's headmaster. Makes it easy. I like that. I might have said that already. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, And then, last but not least, just go ahead and pull this little button, or lever, and that will flip up his shoulder panels. And there you have Astrotrain in robot mode. And he looks great. I love the little pops of yellow and red throughout this guy. It's just enough to break up the gray and purple. And yeah, overall, he's a fairly clean transformation. Other than this necessary hollowness for, these nose pieces flipping around, he doesn't have big gaping holes like a lot of figures around this time did. He's not overly kibbled. There's the cockpit. That's kind of it. Everything else is just wings. And yeah, Astrotrain has big wide wings on his back. That's what he's known for. Yeah, just really, really cool. Posability wise, the head is on a turntable up here. Or you can just, push those back down and use the normal headmaster joint. Your choice how you handle that. Bring his wings back here so that we have a little bit more range on the arms. Shoulder can rotate all the way around. You can move out all the way. There is a bicep swivel. A little bit over 90-degree bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrists unless you unpeg the hand and start folding it back up. Nothing at the waist, which, considering how this all works, is very, very understandable. Legs can kick forward that far. He does have soft ratchets, which is nice, actually. They can go back all the way. They can go out all the way. There is a rotation right there. Very tight on the thigh. He's got 90-degree bend at the knee. And then you can tilt the foot back and forth. So, while I sit here and struggle to get his hip ratchets to actually go into an even position, this guy is really cool. I'm a little ham-fisted tonight because it has been a very long day. I apologize. Let's go ahead and give him his big double gun because it looks really, really cool that way. Overall, if you're gonna get the Titans Return version of Astrotrain, I very much recommend looking for... Well, I guess don't get the Titans Return version. Get the Takara Legends version. Because this color scheme is just way better. And from what I've seen, QC control-wise, you have a much better chance of having a solid, actually posable figure with this one. So, hopefully this isn't too much of a disaster. Thank you guys for watching, and about 1:30 your time, or my time I guess, half an hour after this video went live, part 2 will be out, which is going to be the Siege/Earthrise Astrotrain. So, hopefully I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching.